Welcome to That's Good Broncos. I am Brandon Perna, and the 2016 NFL Draft is over. We're pretty sure it's over. The Denver Broncos selected 8 big dick players, probably the 8 best draft picks in NFL history. I've already talked about the first 3 draft picks, Paxton Lynch, Adam Gotsis, and Justin Simmons, in this video right here. Now, there's a link in the description you can click on if you haven't watched it yet, because today I'm talking about picks 4 through 8. Devontae Booker, Connor McGovern, Andy Janovich, Will Parks, Riley Dixon. That's Good Broncos starts right now. Well, I mean, it actually started earlier. Fucking stupid. Now, this rarely happens, but the Broncos draft went the way I think many of us expected. We knew they were high on Paxton Lynch, and they made a play to get him, which made Jerry Jones lose sleep. I will say, knowing Jerry Jones really wanted Paxton Lynch scares me. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was the only guy in the Dallas front office that wanted to draft Johnny Manziel. From a positional standpoint, I wasn't surprised by any selection Denver made. After losing defensive end Malik Jackson, safeties David Bruton and Omar Bolden, it was no surprise that they addressed those positions with the Gotsis and Simmons picks. Many people thought the Broncos would have selected a linebacker during the draft to replace Danny Trevathan, but the reason they let Danny go, besides the fact that he borrowed money from Wade Phillips and never paid him back, is because they like the depth they have at the linebacker spot with Todd Davis, Corey Nelson, and the man you should keep your eye on, Zaire Anderson. Now, I want to talk about the Broncos' offensive side of the ball first because that's the group that's going through the biggest transformation right now. On day 3 of the draft, the Denver Broncos made 3 offensive selections in a row. With the 139th pick, they grabbed Utah running back Devontae Booker. He's 5'11", 219 pounds, and will most likely earn the number 2 spot on the Broncos running back depth chart. Most draft experts believe the Broncos got great value with this pick and that Booker is a perfect fit in Kubiak's zone running system. If you have questions about this player, I suggest you ask my friend Chad Jensen on Twitter at ChadNJensen because he watches a ton of Utah college football and he has a very intimate relationship with Booker. Devontae is unaware of this relationship, but Chad knows everything about him, including where he sleeps. In the 5th round, at pick number 144, the Broncos selected Missouri guard Connor McGovern, who is 6'4" and 306 pounds of pure gristle. The story surrounding this guy is that he is SAF, which of course means strong as fuck. He supposedly can bench press 500 pounds or 1 Rob Ryan and can squat 700 pounds as seen here. More impressive than that 700-pound squat are his teammates' reactions. He did it! Which was followed by this adorable, joyous bunny hop. You're so strong, Connor. So strong. Mr. Connor McGovern has a very good chance to start at guard with Max Garcia on the opposite side. Russell Okung and Donald Stevenson should lock down the tackle spots with Paradis at center. Ty Sambrailo's shoulder injury is more serious than most people know, and we witnessed plenty of Michael Schofield last season, although he'd probably be a much better fit at the guard position. This leaves the door wide open for McGovern, and with the loss of Evan Mathis, it was imperative for the Broncos to sign a large, white, long-haired, bearded guard to replace Mathis. Now, highlight videos of guards are boring, so here's another one of McGovern doing crazy squats while the guy behind him plays patty cakes with his nipples. In the 6th round, the Broncos may have selected the most important piece for offensive success this coming season with the addition of a 6'1", 238-pound fullback Andy Janovich from Nebraska. The zone run system works better with the fullback. It's as simple as that, and this guy, Janovich, is a good fullback. He's also a very good special teams player, which is important after losing David Bruton, who we all know was a special teams standout. But wait, there's more. Janovich is pretty damn good with the rock in his hands. Sorry, I meant football in his hands.
They give it to Janovich, and he powers for a first down and more. There goes Andy Janovich. His first career touchdown will tie the game. And they give it to the fullback, and he has a huge hole.
A fullback who can block, run, and catch? Are you kidding me? This is an exciting addition to the roster. How can a defense cover C.J. Anderson, Emmanuel Sanders, Demaryius Thomas, a tight end, and this guy? Short answer, they can't. Unless, of course, the quarterback play sucks. In the 7th round, the Broncos selected Will the Destroyer Parks, a strong safety from Arizona. They probably selected him because of this one play.
A thunderous hit from Will Parks on Jordan Villeman.
Basically waiting for him coming. Listen to this.
Oh. That's all I need to see. Moving on, with their final pick, the Broncos selected punter Riley Dixon, the Colquitt contract eliminator from Syracuse. Supposedly, this guy has a booming leg, but if you search for highlights of his on YouTube, all you'll find are plays where he's running the ball, hurdling defenders, and throwing touchdowns. That dude's a punter? He's like the Gronk of punting without ever punting. I hope the Broncos take advantage of his athletic, non-punting skills so I can award him the big Dixon Player Award next season. I'm a bit torn though, because I like Britton Colquitt, and not just because he talked to me at the Super Bowl. He took a giant pay cut last season and played really well in the playoffs and during the Super Bowl. I'm a loyal person, so I don't like to see guys I like get replaced. But Dixon seems like the most exciting punting prospect I've ever seen. And if Kayvon Webster can pick up where he left off in terms of punt coverage last year, it doesn't really matter who the Broncos have back there punting. Besides the Adam Gotsis pick, the Broncos did not reach in this draft and stayed pretty true to their draft board. I'm sure you want me to give you a draft grade, but I think draft grades are bullshit. And one of the most worthless things a football expert can provide. We have no idea how good any of these guys will be, how many of them will remain healthy, and who will avoid the pitfalls that are associated with being young and making a lot of money. If I believed draft grades were valuable, I'd give you one, but me saying the Broncos got a B+ is just as valuable as me saying they got an FYTB. Bleacher Report gave the Broncos a C+ for their Derek Wolfe selection and an A- for their Ronnie Hillman selection in 2012. Proving without any doubt that grades are as helpful as Kurt Schilling at a sensitivity conference. Cody Latimer was given a draft grade of an A. So far, he's been like a D, but he still has time to change that. Most college players require time to develop into good NFL players because playing in the NFL is fucking hard. And that wraps up the 2016 Denver Broncos draft coverage. They received a grade of an E for effort. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, That's Good Sports, here on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. Make sure you check out more of my content and more great articles on the Mile High Report. Tons of good stuff getting cranked out all the time. Broncos related. You know. You've heard of it. You know. Oh man. Oh, my nosy. Pardon, I had to go to the little boy's room.